Welcome back, Fort Worth ISD teachers. This video will serve as a quick start guide for returning users of itslearning. This video will review the following topics: how to log in, about the Focus imported itslearning courses, how to copy all content or some content from course to course, how to combine courses, how to create groups or periods within a single course, and how to add teachers and students to courses. To log into itslearning, go to fortworth.itslearning.com and on the right-hand side of the screen, log in with a Fort Worth ISD account. You will then enter your AD credentials to access your itslearning page. Your students will follow these same directions to access their itslearning pages. Once you're logged in, you'll land on your dashboard, and along the top are many options. To find your courses, click on the Courses option, and a list of your favorites will appear. At the bottom of this list, select All Courses to view all of your itslearning courses. Upon pulling up your list of courses in itslearning, you may notice that there are courses that you did not create. These are Focus imported courses. So the classes that you have listed in Focus have been pulled over into itslearning and the participants along with it. These courses are titled in the following manner: the course title, the focus code, teacher name, and then S1, S2, or year, meaning semester 1, semester 2, or a year-long course. You may notice that although you teach multiple periods a day, you only have 1 or 2 itslearning courses. This is how that works. This is a teacher's schedule on the left-hand side. This teacher teaches English 1, English 2, and English 1 AP over a course of 6 periods. Focus imported courses are only going to show English 1, English 2, and English 1 AP, and the periods will be grouped within those courses. So although this teacher has 7 periods a day with 3 different subjects, itslearning will only show 3 courses, but that each of those courses represent multiple periods of that subject. When itslearning imports the courses from Focus, it mirrors exactly as Focus has them laid out. So if your period 1 has multiple sections within that one course, so if you have 504 students and ELL students and then the rest of your class separated into 3 sections within Focus, you may find that you have 3 separate courses within itslearning, one for each of those groups. This video will review how to combine all of those sections into one course so that you don't have to juggle 3 different classes. For this section of the video, I will be working with 2 different courses. One is titled Old Course and the other one is titled New Course. So this would be where you have your focus courses from last year, or you have a course that you've built yourself and have put content into. That would be the old course. And the new course is the course that you've created this year or that has been imported this year that you want to move content from the old course into the new course. So for me, I'm working with the old course. I've gone to my course listing and I am choosing old course. So whatever course it is that the content is in that I want to move. If you go to your course listings and you don't see the course listed there that you are wanting to copy content from, you might want to look at the drop-down box and choose archived courses. So the focus courses from last year have been archived for you, where the new ones have now been brought in as an active course. So you might want to look at those archived courses and see if the one that you want to work with is there. This is the old course that I'm entering, and the old course has content that I want to copy. This part of the video is specifically showing you how to pick and choose content to move. So I'm not going to move everything. I have content on my dashboard over here that I do not want to copy over. I'm only going to copy over, I think it's the note instead of the folder. This is the only item that I want to copy over, or I just want to skip through and pick things that I want to copy. In order to start copying this content to the new course, I'm going to choose the overarching old course folder. I'm going to checkbox the content that I want to copy. So I specifically want to move this folder. And then I'm going to go up to Action and Copy To. And then it's going to give me a drop-down box. When I open this drop-down box, it will list all of the courses that I have available to me. And I am copying the content from the old course into the new course. So I'm going to select New Course. So now it tells me it's going to copy it to the new course. Now if the new course had folders, they would be listed here, so I could choose specifically where in the new course I want it to go. But my new course is empty, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And right here, this might matter for your courses from last year. Include answers and submissions. If you check this box, it will then copy all the answers and submissions from students last year into the new course. I would leave it unchecked if you are copying content from last year into this year's courses. If during the year you create another course and you want to copy the content from one course to another, you may want to include the previously selected answers and submissions to copy into the new course. Then you go ahead and click Copy, and then your content has copied. To make sure that it's copied, you'll navigate back to your course listing and select New Course, and you'll see the content that you copied over listed. On the dashboard, none of the content is there. You'll see that the note isn't here that was in the previous course. Just the folder that I chose to copy over has shown up. This section of the video is going to show you how to copy all the content from one course into another. So say that I built this old course last year and I liked everything that I put in it, all the assignments, all the notes, all the information on the dashboard. I want it all to be moved into my new course. So everything that's here and everything that's on my dashboard is going to move into the new course. To do this, I am going to go into the old course. So I go to my courses and choose the one that I want to copy content from. And then I'm going to enter into the settings of that course. Once I click on Settings, I'm going to choose Course Properties and Features. And then at the very bottom of the course properties, I have the option to share my course as a template. I'm going to do this. Do not share is what will be selected at the beginning. Go ahead and move it into Share With. And then you're going to get a drop-down box where you can choose the school, and sometimes it's already chosen for you because you're only added to one school. So choose the school you want to make the template for. Click Save. And then your course will be shared as a template. And this is what's going to show up on the dashboard to let you know that this course is a template and it's shared with others. What sharing it as a template does is it shares your class with everyone at the organization that you chose. We can go right back and do not share after we copy our content. So we're just sharing it as a template temporarily, and then we can go right back in and stop sharing that course. Now that our old course is a template, we're going to navigate into the new course where we want the content to go, and we're entering the settings of that course and course properties. Then in course properties, in the upper right corner, choose the cog and apply template. You will then have a two-step process, one in which you choose the template, and two where you edit certain properties and save. So first step is to find the template. So browse for a course template, and then to find your template quickly, if you made the previous course, it will be listed under your courses. If you are copying a template from someone else's course, you're going to have to look through all templates. So if you made the class, the fastest way to find that template is by looking specifically through your courses. But if you're trying to copy your department lead's template, you're going to have to go through all templates. So here I am, I found my template, old course. That's the one I want. I'm going to apply the template called old course. Okay, so I've chosen my template, old course. I then get some options for the dashboard. I can replace my dashboard with the templates dashboard, which means it copies everything on that landing page into mine. I can keep the dashboard and additionally add the dashboard from the template. So if I've already gone into my new course and added things to the dashboard, I can then copy the other course's dashboard and have it combine with the one I've already made. Or I can just keep my dashboard as it is and not copy anything from the template onto the dashboard. So you have those three options. I'm going to go ahead and just copy everything. So replace my dashboard with the templates dashboard. Click Next, and then you're in step 2 of 2. It gives you a summary of what you're doing. You're copying the old course template. There are only 2 resources and activities that are going to copy over, and I chose to replace my dashboard. You can check this box and it will send you a message when the copying is complete. So if you are copying a course that has a lot of content in it, it's going to take a little while. So you may just want to have it send you a message. Since mine only has 2 resources and activities, it's a fairly quick process. So I did not check that box. You then click Apply Template. And this is the new course, but you can see all the content that was in my old course has moved over. So I have my dashboard and I have the content that I made. Now, before I copied the old course content, I had gone into my new course and created a folder, and it's still there. So anything you add into the new course before you apply a template is going to stay there after you apply the old course template. So it's okay if you've already added things into your new course and you don't want to lose them. The template's not going to erase the work you've already done. It's just going to add to it. You may, if you have a lot of content to copy over, you may see this symbol right here. That just means that it's working on it, on copying that content over. So you'll see that throughout the course where pieces are trying to copy over. The new course now not only has the content that I added into it before, but it also has the content from the template. Now, the template and the new course are not tied together anymore. It's just basically like copying and pasting what's in the template into the new class. It is not tied, so if you add something new to the template course, it's not automatically going to move over into all the courses that you applied the template to. But you can reapply a template. So what I had done is I applied the template to the new course and it gained this information here. I then went back into my template course and added another folder, came back to my new course and applied the template. Everything that I had already had in the class stayed, but I also gained the new stuff from the template. So yes, you can continue to build in the class that's a template and just reapply the template, and it will just add to your course. This part of the video is going to review how to add people into your courses. Your focus courses already have your student participants inside of them. So they pulled over from focus and they will continually update as focus updates. It may take overnight, it may take a couple of days, but it will update as focus updates. So to find who all is enrolled in your participants, you navigate to the class you want to look at and choose participants. There are multiple ways to add more students or teachers to your classes. One way to add participants is to click the Participants tab and add them individually. So you can search for people by their first name, last name. You can look within courses and hierarchies, which we'll go over hierarchies in just a second. And then these are the check boxes. So if you're looking specifically for a student, then you might want to get rid of everything except for pupil. And that way you can find just the student. So for those really common names, you may want to start unchecking some of these boxes. This is how you would add another teacher to your course. So if you have an assistant or if you and another teacher want to team up on a class, that is how you would add another teacher. And once you add a teacher, they have the same rights to the course as you do, except you're the owner. So there are some things that you'll be able to do. You'll be the administrator of your course. But if you add a teacher, they can add grades, they can add assignments, they can add students. So teacher level carries with them unless you change their level. So once you add someone who is a teacher in AD, you can change their permissions within your own course. So you could assign them as a pupil, but they're a teacher within Fort Worth ISD. Another way of adding participants is by using hierarchy. Hierarchy is specifically focus groups is what it is. So you have your classes and those classes are grouped by period. Hierarchies are going to be those periods. So if you want to add an entire grouping of students, you're going to want to do it by hierarchy. To begin doing this, you'll go to the Hierarchy Synchronization tab and then choose Find Hierarchy. It will open up a small window and you'll choose what level you're looking for. I'm going to specifically work with high school and I'm going to click over here, high schools. If you choose the Choose button, it will then choose all high schools. So it will enroll everyone who is a part of that high school. So you generally want to click on the title itself instead of the Choose button. It will then open up all the high schools. So high schools opens up the list here, and I'm going to choose this high school right here. Again, if I did the Choose button, it would select everyone at Pascal would go into my course. And it's easily undone, so if you accidentally click something, it's very easy to remove. And then it opens up all the courses at the high school that I chose in alphabetical order. So find your course, and it's going to have your name, and I've blurred them out here for privacy reasons, but you'll find your name and it has the year. These are exactly mirroring focus. So if you have your focus list, you can find your courses pretty easily. So I'm going to choose this algebra class. Again, I'm going to click on the name itself because if I click choose, it's going to select everything within that class. Now remember earlier in the video we talked about how classes are imported. This class has 3 different periods during the day. So this teacher teaches that course 3 times. They are all grouped as one class. So if I picked this choose button, it would then add all 3 of these periods. If I am making a class and I only want to have period 1 in it, I'm going to click the name of the course and then the period. If I wanted to add all 3 periods, I would click the choose button and it would add period 1, period 4, and period 5A. Once I've added the course that I want to add, which is period 1 of my algebra class, it's going to show up in my hierarchies. You then get a choice in creating groups for hierarchies, which I would check it. You can always come back and erase this part. So if you decide that that's not what you want, you can come back and uncheck it. But what this is going to do is say that I added period 1 here and then I also added a period 6 and a period 5. If I have this checked right here, within my class, it's going to create groups for period 1, period 5, and period 6. All 3 of them would be in one class, but they would be separated by period within that course. So when I go to my gradebook, I can filter by period 1 and only see my period 1 kids. If I don't have these course groups, all of my kids from all 3 periods are going to be one group all together. And it might make grading a little more difficult for you, but it just depends on what you're wanting to do. So I would keep it checked. You can always come back and uncheck it and it will undo that in your course. After you have that set the way you want, click Save. You can then navigate back to your Participants tab and it will display each individual student in your course, or teacher, whoever you've added. You can see the group that they're added in. So this is because I left that checkbox checked, that I know that this student is in period 1. And I can see what hierarchy that student belongs to. So this is each individual kid. I can also navigate to groups and see each individual group. So I have period 1 and there are 23 kids in period 1. So those are the basics for adding individual students and teachers to your class and adding hierarchies or periods to your class. Say that a school has a department that wants to share one course amongst itself. So let's say in the English department, all the English 1 teachers want to share a single itslearning course. It's possible. What you would want to do is create the class, and then you're going to want to add the kids for each teacher into that course. So you've created the class, you would go into Participants and add all the hierarchies of students that you want in that course. You would then navigate to the groups part of the course and create a group and name it the teacher. So here's my name of my group. I've created a group. I've named it Miss Emily. And I am then, inside that group, I'm going to add subgroups. Once I add subgroups, I'm going to click all the hierarchy groups that belong to Miss Emily. So I would go through the list and click all the hierarchies that belong in that group. And then I'd start the process over. I would create another group for the next teacher, and I would add subgroups and click all the hierarchies that I've added. What that's going to allow me to do in that course is have 5 or however many teachers inside that course who can then filter the gradebook and other items by the teacher's name and just see their students. That was the Quick Start Guide for returning users of itslearning. If you have additional questions, feel free to contact the Department of Educational Technology at 817-814-3100, and they'll get you in contact with your campus's technology coach. Have a great year.